Do you feel stiff after prolonged traveling? Do you feel tension in your body during your flights? We're gonna give you a group of exercises that you can do to decrease the tension in your body and help you move more freely after your next flight. Hi, I'm Dan Giordano, Doctor of Physical Therapy from Bespoke Treatments, New York. Today we're gonna teach you a group of exercises to help you decrease your tension during your next flight. So the first exercise is gonna be a thoracic rotation, okay? Von's gonna take his hands, put them across his body, and we're gonna start rotating side to side. So he's just gonna rotate to one side, pause for a second so you feel that stretch through his mid-back and upper back, and then he's gonna rotate back to the other side, okay? You can do these on your flight, in your seat, without hitting the person next to you, okay? So make sure you just rotate to one side, feel the stretch, and then rotate back to the other. We want 5 to 8 reps on each side just to decrease that muscle tension in the mid-back and allow that mid-back to move more freely. Okay, the next exercise we're gonna do is a pec stretch. So Von is gonna rotate slightly to that side to open up the anterior aspect of the chest. We need to make sure that our chest stays open, right? Because the more tight we are in here, the harder it's gonna be us to breathe and the tighter you're gonna feel all through your posture. So that's very important to open up the chest. 5 to 8 reps on each side, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Third exercise on this group of exercises is gonna be a rotational stretch, okay? Von's gonna turn and lock his hand in across one knee on the top right there. That's gonna create the tension to stretch through this whole side of his lat all the way into his mid-back. The more that we can open up this area, the less tension there's gonna be anteriorly as well, as long as the side. We need to make sure that your lats are staying loose because the lats actually wrap on the anterior aspect of your shoulder, and the tighter they get, the more tension you can have anteriorly as well. So make sure that we loosen these up on both sides, 5 to 8 repetitions on each side, and to get the body moving a little better. Fourth stretch that we're gonna be doing is a figure 4 seated stretch. Von's crossing his foot over to one knee, and then what he's gonna do is just slightly lean forward, creating that tension, feeling that stretch through this glute, okay? He's gonna pause for 1, 2, 3, then come on up and repeat 5 to 8 times. When he's doing this, the reason that we're not holding the stretch is we wanna just decrease some neural tension or tension through the back side of his posterior chain, okay? Loosening up everywhere from the glutes all the way down towards the hamstring and the back side of the thigh. This is a great way to open up those glutes after prolonged sitting because we're not moving. We gotta make sure those glutes stay awake. 5 to 8 reps on each side and decrease the tension in and around your hips. The last and final stretch for our plane stretches to decrease tension and get your body moving freely is the world's greatest stretch in the seated position. Okay, so Von's gonna come down, he's locking that hand in, and then he's gonna pull that elbow up, keeping it tight to the side, and then open up, following his hand with his eyes, so there's no tension on the neck. So the reason that we're pulling through to that elbow, keeping it tight, is so that we don't smack that person next to you in that chair on the plane, okay? So Von's making sure that he rotates through underneath, tucking that bottom rib under so that he gets that full stretch through his mid-back. 5 to 8 repetitions on each side. And remember, keep that elbow close and then open up so you don't hit that person next to you in your seat. So those were the 5 stretches you can do on your next flight so your body decreases tension and then you're moving more freely so when you get off that flight, you can get through the airport and onto your trip.